This is Johnny Cycles with CyclesGaming.com, bringing you another edition of Keeping Modern Janky. This month I'm trying out Cat Tribal. In Modern, Ancient Stirrings, is this are we up against Tron? That'd be a little awkward. Glaring Flesh Raker. Whenever you cast a color spell, whenever another colorless creature you control enters, okay. Alright, so it's a Eldrazi mid-range, perhaps? Man, we have played some Eldrazi. That's for sure. Alright. So we go just get a basic forest. That's kind of awkward, but we do have 2 green cards. Okay. So next turn we can Ajani, if we want, into Arahbo the following turn. Now they have 3 mana. Here comes the Flesh Raker, I believe. So yeah, man, it's been a minute since I've seen any sort of Eldrazi deck, but I've played it now twice with the cats. This is the second time. So what we can do, I'm beginning to hate that Horizon Canopy. Our last match, I drew all 4 of them. And we can play the Lush Portico, set up our next draw. Try to dodge lands, essentially. So we don't want to see any more lands. Some lords would be good. Boo and hiss on that one. This will make attacking problematic for our opponent, in theory. And next turn we can play a lord number 1. This one, and then this one. See if we can race our Eldrazi opponent, who will have at least 4 mana next turn. Hopefully they don't Thought Seer us. Okay. Sure. Thought Seer is okay, they just play another one. Whenever you cast a colorless spell, you get a Eldrazi spawn. So now they're just setting up for some Blood Artist effects out of Eldrazi. Very nice. I like it. Ocelot Pride is good, though. Gives us a chance to gain some life back. Yeah, I actually did that the correct way without even thinking, because we want to cast that after him to get an extra token. Alright, so next turn we play another Lord, and we're off to the races, I guess. Could just attack with Ajani. And this cat token, it's kind of a free attack. It's a 4/3, so it's gonna. If they double block for whatever dumb reason, they'll lose both of their pieces. They could just block here. They're just gonna take it. Fair enough. That's what I would have done too. But I assume they want this for some shenanigans. Up to 6 mana now, possibly. Can they kill us? Something that isn't going to kill us, please. Or kill our board. I like where we're at against another creature strategy, even if that creature strategy goes bigger, because we have a lot of live draws. We could collect a company, find 2 lords, just find another lord. The suspense is killing me. What is this big 6-drop that you're casting that will ping us for 2 and give you 2 more Eldrazi tokens? Man, ramp and um, blood artist effect, sort of. Half of a blood artist effect. So we're taking 2 per, and then do they get whenever another colorless creature you control enters? So they're going to get 2 of these guys. Oh, there. Never mind. All right, so they're going to hit us for 2. Yep. Get some 0/1s that are going to hit us for 2 apiece, right? Yep. And then they're going to make a whole bunch of Eldrazi spawn tokens and hit us for some more, so we can just F6 through this. Are we dead? Did they create enough? 3, so not yet. We're not dead yet, but we're getting very close to being dead. This lifelink, we're leaning hard on this Ocelot Pride to gain us some life. That is for sure. I like the combo of our opponents, though. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. We go to 1. Is that correct? Okay, no. My math is clearly suspect. We went to 7. Malevolent, Rumble. Okay, looking for... They're going to hit us again. It's whenever you cast a colorless spell, create a 0/1. Whenever another colorless creature enters, deals 1 damage. Alright, so we're going to take 2, go to 5. So we need our opponent to not have anything. And they're going to not... They have plenty. They're going to go off now. What a combo. I like this deck. It's a sweet combo. Is that another Kozilek's command? Walking Ballista for 2. Alright, and that puts us to dead. Yep. I mean, seriously. Wow. What a combo. And then also, what a draw from our opponent. Had it all. That was a turn 4 win from them. That was beautiful. What a draw. I wonder if it's that consistent all the time. Alright. Bring in our interaction. Could bring in the Sun Cleansers. Oh, shut down the Walking Ballista. That might be one of their finishers. We will take the Helpful Hunters. Man, I love the Helpful Hunters, but I feel like I move them out a lot. This can... We just want to stay on... We don't want to get, like, water down our curve so much. We want to stay... I think we want to, instead, I normally trim here. We want to stay on curve. So I normally trim here, one of each, but I think I'm going to trim one of these each. Enduring Innocence is great, but we may not survive it. Feline Sovereign feels like a really good draw for us. Alright, 1 Noble Hierarch. Trim a little bit. Okay, sweet deck from our opponent. I love it. It's a Blood Artist effect, but with Eldrazi. Who would have thought that was a thing? Well, we have some interaction, we have some life gain, and we have a collector company. I like it. I hope I didn't click Mulligan on accident. Good, I did not. So this Sun Cleanser is going to be good against Walking Ballista in the late game. So we're not in any... I don't think we're in any hurry to get it down. So what I mean for that is, I think we can take a turn to set up our draw. And go get our other Lush Portico at the end of step. There's a Saga Land. That could be good for our opponent. I mean, we could use some Lord effects to go with these Ocelot Prides, but I do think that 1 is good, 2 is better type of thing in this situation, where we can eventually go wide enough to punch through damage. Our opponent playing an Urza Saga on turn 1, normally you only see that out of Amulet Titan decks, are busted decks looking for key artifacts, and are decks that have Eldrazi Temple. Nice. There's one of their combo pieces in their opening 6. What if they just mulligan for it all the time? We know what we're drawing. So we will Skyclave Apparition. Snag their Glaring Flesh Bag. And hopefully we'll find a land here in the next couple draws so that we can set up for this Collected Company, because I think we can probably get some good value out of the Collected Company. They're less interested in making tokens as they are in finding some nonsense from their deck, it looks like. But maybe they'll make one token. They have nothing else going on in their hand. They will not. They'll just go get a Walking Ballista, perhaps? No, they can't, because I would go onto the battlefield. Whenever a creature dies, put a +1/+1 counter on equipped creature. If equipped creature is a vampire, put 2 +1/+1 counters. Okay. Sure. Well, the Sun Cleanser might be good then if they go try to do Walking Ballista. I was going to say, they can't get Walking Ballista because it would just die. It comes out straight onto the battlefield. So they can make a Ballista for 2. We would love to hit a land. Is that what they're going for? That's a sweet combo. I like, man, this deck is really cool. Alright, they're going to make what looks like... What does that say? Exile target creature with mana value X or less. Alright, so they got rid of one of the Ocelot. The land is good. So we can set up for Collected Company. Or we can just Brimaz and Ocelot Pride. Alright, I think I want to set up for Collected Company. I think they're going to have a... They're going to do something this turn that's going to make... that we're going to want to interact with. Malevolent Rumble, maybe not. What do we find? It's not... Oh, man, okay. Well... Not the best. Oh, we don't have a target. This one, I guess. I mean, we need... So, okay, I misread that card. This is the first time I've ever cast it. We can't name Walking Ballista and then be preemptive about it. We have to wait for it to be on the battlefield. Got it. Alright. That's fine. At least it stops any sort of shenanigans they had there. Alright, the lag. Yeah, I mean, our opponent's not having quite the same combo start. We did interact with one thing they did, with the one piece they had, but I still kind of expect them to feel like they're either going to scoop after this turn or they will combo off. I don't know if they have a way out. I mean, they have... it's mono green. I just don't see if they can get out of this. It's a lot of mana. Whenever one or more +1/+1 counters are put on Basking Brute Scale, you may create a 0/1 colorless Eldrazi spawn creature token with sacrifice this creature, add colorless. Alright, so is that a combo? Whenever a creature dies, put a +1/+1 counter on a quick creature. It is a combo. I think. If I'm reading this correctly. So then they get a counter. And then they get a spawn, and then they get a counter, and then they get a spawn, then they get a counter, and then they get a spawn, and they can make a whole bunch of mana. So we can just kind of F6 through this and let them see what their finisher is, because right now they don't win this way. Where's Walking Ballista? Oh, I can't believe it. So this is their finisher. So I can't believe we remove all counters from target creature. It can't have counters on it. So now they're going to get a bunch of mana and then just slowly build up the Walking Ballista. Right? We can have 6 again, but the combo here is make a whole bunch of mana, put a counter on the Walking Ballista. Make a whole bunch of mana, put the counter on the Walking Ballista until they have 17 counters on the Walking Ballista, and then they're going to kill us dead that way. So interesting. All right. They could also just make this really big and then do the Walking Ballista, pick off our blockers, and attack that way. So there's 2 ways to victory. All right, GG's opponent. Fun deck. I like it. For CyclesGaming.com, this is Johnny Cycles. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Let's see what we're drawing. Yeah, Sun Cleanser, not as effective as I thought against Walking Ballista. All right, y'all. Catch you on the next. This has been another edition of Keeping Modern Janky. This is Johnny Cycles with CyclesGaming.com. If you haven't already, check out my original Magic the Gathering content over at CyclesGaming.com. I write about my various Commander decks. I post articles and video of my gameplay of my various modern janky brews, and I'm publishing my science fiction fantasy novel, The Podkind, serially. If you enjoy the content, check out my YouTube channel, Johnny Cycles, and click that subscribe button. Everybody counts. As always, thanks for watching. This is Johnny Cycles. I'll catch y'all on the next one.